Hey, good morning. I thought I'd just go for a little walk with you. Yeah, since I forgot my camera yesterday, I thought I would make another video during the day. So as I was holding that intention in my mind, um, I just watched myself over the day and kept thinking, the state I was in the morning and the state that I'm now. And this thought I just had over and over again, it just keeps on changing. I mean, I think that's the case for everyone, but probably for me a little more dramatically. So it just occurred to me that whatever I say at any given time is basically just a snapshot, and then, well, then something completely different might happen in that day. So yeah, begs the question, how reliable is anything, any of what I'm saying even? Yeah, that is one thing that occurred to me. The other thing is that I had a short conversation with somebody um, who is also very interested in different forms of therapeutic processes. So she was sharing with me firstly what she was doing and how she came into it, and that is by falling sick, coming down with lupus, an autoimmune disease. So as I was listening to her, I thought to myself, well, I guess this is a bit similar how it will be for people listening to me. Yeah, there were a whole bunch of things going on inside of myself, while I was listening to her. Obviously, it's since the topic of this channel is my journey back to health, the very format kind of begs that I talk about myself. But at the same time, I'm also, I am aware of the fact that it's very much about me. And I think that's really what happens also with a disease, that at some point, some intensity of suffering, when a certain intensity, like a threshold, is crossed, the world starts shrinking dramatically. And from that point onwards, it's very difficult not to zoom out. That is one thing, and that's what I said yesterday as well. No? There comes a point where one is basically completely stuck, not only maybe physically confined to a room, but also stuck in one's own reality, because one doesn't really have access anymore to anything else. And that is lonely, after all. No? Yeah. Yeah, I got stuck there somehow because, yeah, there's so many ways I could now speak about this, so many thoughts that I could follow. It's not easy to decide which one. Yeah, maybe let's take this one. I just noticed in myself as well that even me, for a person who still is sick, but at least having recovered my ability to participate in life again, even for me, there's a sense of, yeah, you're kind of really fully absorbed by your story in this moment. And yeah, it just made me wonder, well, again, the question of how would you, how would you watching this perceive this actually? Is there anything in it for you? Or is this just me, well, sharing my perspective and, well, just having a platform here, which, I mean, in general, nothing wrong about it. Another thing I noticed that there's almost a slight judgment, even for me, coming along with it. And that actually is very, very, I find that is very, very, in a way, shocking to see. Yeah, and you can see I pause here because it's this thing that comes in and pronounces any kind of judgment there. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's based in ignorance, basically, no? Because in that moment, I guess in that moment when it happened, I wasn't just really, really listening to her. And when that happens, then yeah, then mind jumps in, ego jumps in and creates some kind of hierarchy. And I mean, ego loves it, no? Because then there's a feeling of, oh man, no? He's really in shit, or she's really in deep shit, no? And luckily I'm not there right now. These kind of things, no? Yeah, very interesting dynamics. What I've seen, it doesn't happen to me if I'm fully present. Then it's just attuning to the other person, so to say, and just fully going with whatever that person is sharing and experiencing at that moment. No? And that's what I was referring earlier to. That really is a great gift we can give each other. You know? Yeah, and I think that's, yeah, if I try to rationalize, this is also my intention when I'm in contact with people and even doing this. It's an invitation to really connect, to open up wide and to see, hey, what's actually there, no? Inside. And I notice again and again, if one really shares honestly, if one really opens up and shares honestly, that honesty somehow is disarming. And I think it's a great invitation for everyone else coming in touch with us to just follow suit. No? Yeah, I think this is what wanted to be said today.